So today we are going to talk about healing and preventing ACE. So here you can see that a person can take many actions or efforts to reduce the negative impact of adverse childhood experience. We all know that uh, every one of us have some negative impact of some uh, bad memories or bad experiences about our childhood. So what all things can be done as a protective factor which can actually help to maintain the well-being of children and families and reduce the likelihood of any kind of maltreatment. Okay, so these protective factors are conditions or attributes that when you are present in families and communities, it increases the well-being of children and families and reduce the likelihood of maltreatment. So when adverse experiences cannot be prevented, okay, you cannot prevent those experiences. You cannot stop those experiences, but you can do some protective factors which can insulate children from the most devastating effects of such experiences. What you all can do is make an eye contact. सबसे easy तरीका है, just give an eye contact to your children so that uh, they feel loved, okay? And that is very, very powerful. You can hug your child for 20 seconds. We all know that oxytocin hormone is reduced, blood pressure is controlled because cortisol is reduced. It increases the happiness and it lowers the stress and it definitely improves relationships and connections. Look for the good. When someone has experienced pain or trauma, it is easy to focus on the bad and constantly scan for danger. But at the same time, while we cannot look at something good, maybe, so try being grateful for all the little and big things in your life. So whatever might have happened, but still, what good is there in your life? If you focus on that and be grateful, that can help. Say sorry. So when we put aside feelings of shame and take, sometimes, it is that you are shameful because of something and you are not able to say sorry. So here, if we make the child understand to take the responsibility and make the things right by just one word, which is sorry. So that is going to help. Okay. So apologies are really powerful. We can help kids and adults express their feelings. Okay. So talking about it, expressing what you feel. So your feelings will, talking about your feelings will validate that what you're experiencing is real and means something to you. It also allows you to respond appropriately and build deeper, more meaningful relationships with your friends, family, and loved ones. So just by talking it out, you can help them. Slow down, slowing down in life. Okay. So you can pause, reflect, and you can make better decisions when you slow down by not reacting with stress and anxiety, but with gratitude, things can go better. Play and move. So if you are, the best thing is having any physical activity, maybe dance or whatever. Okay. So if you have enough sleep, also that will help. Okay. So this is how you can make them feel better. So reducing their screen time. Okay. So that their bones grow stronger, muscles grow stronger. And when you feel good healthy body, you definitely feel better. So reducing screen time and doing some physical activities and having good enough sleep, then be a source of safety and support. So they should feel safe and valued, right? So they should feel physically, emotionally, and relational safety around so that uh, it can propel positive attachment, personal growth, and it can help to for the development of the child. Show up. Showing up means bringing your whole being, your attention and awareness when you're with your child. So when you are with your child, you have to show up yourself, means you have to be there mentally and emotionally. Okay, it's not that physically you are present, but mentally you are somewhere else. That should not happen for sure, right? And then keep learning. Okay, so understand how ACs impact you and parenting. So you need to heal. You need to come out of your own pains. And active mindfulness, you have to um, keep in mind. Okay, like yoga, it helps in active mindfulness. And we will do it later, like fight and flight response. So whether we should respond or react. So this is often working overtime in the brain of people with ACs. So you have to be there. Means you have to show up and you have to understand how it is affecting your child. And then you have to heal and you have to first come out of your pains and then you have to be active mindfully there and then help your child. Okay. Now, what all adverse childhood experiences might be there? So there's a range. If you all can see here, what all you can see here. So it can be abuse, it can be neglect, if the child may be neglected. It can be including parental substance using incarceration, domestic violence can be there. Okay. So sometimes, these things, situations cause trauma for a child, like maybe the parent is with any mental illness, or maybe there's a divorce. So these negative experiences can tremendously impact various health conditions. So it can be abuse, like physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, or it can be neglect. The child can be physically neglected or emotionally neglected. And then all these things meant, if the parents experience or parent have any of these mental illness, or they go through the divorce, or incarcerated relative is there, or there's some domestic violence or substance abuse, then definitely it is going to uh, cause the adverse childhood experience. Now, incarcerated means anybody who is put in prison. So any relative who had gone to prison. So that can also impact the child's mental health. Okay. Now, if we talk about the pyramid, so this is going to help uh, how ACs are strongly related to developing risk factors for disease and disability through a lifespan. As the number of adverse childhood experiences in a child's life increases, so does the risk of their outcomes. Okay. So definitely it develops the risk of any disease or any disability if it keeps on increasing. So if we look at this pyramid, so adverse childhood experiences, if they keep on increasing, this is first going to disrupt their neurodevelopment. And then you will find that the child is not uh, good at social, emotional, and cognitive development. Okay. And if it keeps on increasing, it will have health risk and then diseases and disabilities and social problems. And this all might result in early death, even early death of the child. So if we talk about the brain, right? If you look here, this is our brain. Okay. So early nurturing, responsive interactions build health brain architecture that serves as the foundation for the health and well-being. Frequent and prolonged exposure to means the that we just saw that if your experiences, adverse experiences are increasing, that can create toxic stress, which can damage the developing brain also. Right? The brain is developing, but it can actually hamper. So what will happen? It will have more difficulty in making new friends, and it will also affect their memory. It will also have low tolerance level. Okay. And then the child may not behave well, right? So defiant. What is defiant? Defiant meaning the child will have uh, kind of defense, means always in the fight mode. Okay. And it will definitely reduce the ability to learn, respond, and problem solving, which can create problems at school and home. Right? So, of course, memory is affected, stress level is high, no friendship, then ability to learn also will hamper. So, he won't be able to learn properly, problem solving. Yeah. And of course, stress hormones will be um, increased. So, that is more, that makes your body weaker, less immune, right? So, this is what happens typical development, cognition, social, emotional, regulation, and survival. That's typical development. And then developmental trauma will have, uh, so the pyramid is inverted, you can see. So normally we survive, we regulate, we build social, emotional skills and cognition. But here, what is happening? It is the reverse. So the things are affecting negatively where you have survival and regulation is less, social, emotional is even less, and cognition is even lesser. Right? Now, so this is all about adverse childhood experience, right?